Hola chicos, today we're going to talk about verbs like gustar. Baby, I like it. Some key points to remember about this structure is that you have to kind of think backwards. You're really not saying you like something. You're really saying something is pleasing to me or something is not pleasing to me, not I like or don't like something. If you can kind of think about it that way, it helps in understanding how the structure is supposed to work. Verbs like gustar use an indirect object pronoun, like me, te, le, nos, os, or les, in their structure. And these pronouns represent the person or thing doing the liking. So that's why if you say, me gusta helado, I like ice cream, you're not saying yo something, okay? You're saying me, because ice cream, you're really saying ice cream is pleasing to me, okay? And if you wanted to say, my parents liked the movie, a mis padres les gustó la película. Les is referring to the fact to my parents, so the movie was pleasing to them. The thing being liked determines if the verb like gustar will be in the el or ellos form. So if you change it from me gusta helado, gusta is in the singular because helado is in the singular, to me gustan coches, you have to change it to gustan because you're talking about coches. Coches becomes plural, so cars are pleasing to me. Again, it goes backwards, so coches is actually the subject of the sentence. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit about what it looks like, and we're going to use our amiguitos from the Selección Española because your teacher here is a big fan. Okay, so we're going to talk about Iker Casillas here. Me gusta Iker Casillas. I've put the me gusta in red so that you can identify the verb structure. And then I've put Iker Casillas in yellow, not because he's wearing that cute little yellow jersey, but because he is actually the subject of the sentence. So all the subjects of the sentence will be in yellow. So Iker is singular and I am singular, so me gusta is a singular structure. Me fascina su talento. Same thing. Su talento is the subject. Me fascina is the verb structure. Everything's in the singular. His talent is fascinating to me. ¿A ti te interesa Iker? Does Iker, who's our subject, interest you? We're adding the a ti for emphasis. That is how you add emphasis in Spanish. In English, we have a tendency to do it through inflections, like do you like Iker? But in Spanish, they do it with words. So, ¿a ti te interesa Iker is a way of saying, does Iker please you or interest you? A mi hermano le encanta Cesc Fábregas. My brother actually is a huge Cesc fan. So Cesc Fábregas, again, is our subject, and le encanta is our verb structure. So we need to make sure that Cesc, being singular, is using encanta, and le is also singular because my brother is the person being pleased or really, really liking a lot. That's what le encanta means. Okay, part two, we're going to kind of get a little bit more beyond the basics here. A mí y a mi hermano nos encantan los jugadores de España. So los jugadores is plural, so therefore encantan becomes plural as well. The nos represents a mí y a mi hermano, and it's us, to us. So the players of Spain are very, very pleasing to us. No me gustan los jugadores de Inglaterra. So because I am a singular person, me needs to be singular, but gustan is actually in the plural because jugadores is your subject and the verb needs to represent or reflect what the subject is. Me gustaría conocer a los jugadores. Here we have an infinitive, which is an action. Okay, what do you do with infinitives? You need to make sure that the verb like gustar is always singular. It doesn't matter who's doing the liking. The action itself is singular, so therefore the verb will reflect that. Me gustaría is a way of saying I would like to get to know them. If you wanted to say something like I would like or I like skiing, me gusta esquiar. Do you all like skiing? A vosotros os gusta esquiar? Even though we're talking about a group of people, the action is still singular. So therefore, you are going to make sure the verb is also in the el form. You already know other verbs like gustar. Doler, asustar, impresionar, faltar, quedar, and tocar. And I'm going to show you some examples of those here. Me duelen las piernas. I'm sure that you've learned how to say something hurts. Me duele la cabeza. La cabeza is singular, so duele would be singular, but when you change it to plural, even though you are one person, las piernas is plural, so it needs to be me duelen. Me asustó el oso. El oso is your subject. This is in the past tense. The bear scared me. Me asustó. Nos quedan 2 minutos en la clase. I like to use those expressions a lot because it is a verb like gustar expression. 2 minutos are remaining to us. 2 minutes are remaining to us in the class. ¿A quién le toca? Whose turn is it? ¿A ti te toca? Is it your turn? No. ¿A ti te toca? No, it's your turn. Or if somebody just says te toca, they're saying to you, it's your turn. And a mis amigos les falta un coche. My friends need a car. The car is singular, but les is reflected by a mis amigos. We're clarifying that les represents a mis amigos, and they are plural, so the indirect object pronoun is plural. And I hope this helps clarify verbs like gustar.